see if he wants to come out. Bring my camera down. He's probably going to be really, really shy. But he could prove me wrong. He is a runner, potentially, I was told. I need to make sure I get a leash on him before I do anything else. Hey, little puppy. Hey, little puppy. Good boy. Come on. Come on. He's only 7 months old. This is day 1 with him. Good boy. He's a rescue. Good boy. Good job, little man. Make sure I get that safety back up, hooked up, so he doesn't take off. There we go. All right, and so basically my approach here is I just need to get to know him. So I'm really just, he wants to run off. I can see that pretty clearly. But obviously I'm not going to let him do that. But my approach here to get to know him is just going to be to like give him some space and let him like walk around and do whatever it is that he wants to do, sniff things, pee on stuff if he wants. You know, he was rescued, he was found. Him and his brothers and sisters, he's adoptable. So his dad will be adoptable. He's a little skittish, good boy. But I have a feeling that he's going to open up really big if I give him a little bit of time. His brothers and sisters were like a little bit less skittish than he is. So we're just going to just walk around. And I'm just going to let him do his thing. And we're going to see if he opens up while we just walk around and do whatever we're going to do. Because there's nothing that I need to make him do right now. I don't have like a tight timeline on him or anything like that. So I'm just going to let him kind of like walk around and chill. And figure out whatever he wants to do. It doesn't matter to me. And that'll kind of be our introduction to each other. So, now, he's not allowed to do that. That's the one thing he's not allowed to do. He's not allowed to bite the leash. That is not allowed, my friend. Fortunately, these Flexis are made pretty strong. But I don't think that he knows this leash isn't like the other leashes he's been on. I have a feeling that every other leash he's been on has been very short. So I'm just going to like move away from him. So hopefully he can see and figure out that he can just like walk away from me and go pretty far. He can go 26 feet. He's a good dog. So I kind of want him to figure that out on his own. So I'll just kind of stop and stand here and just see if he leaves. Good boy. So you can see he moves kind of like a feral dog. It's like the way he walks around and looks at things, and the way he's got a little bit of stress to him. And he's definitely, there's no way he's used to being that far away when he's on a leash. Good boy. Go, go. Good job, man. There are certain limits he can't go beyond, but he's lived his entire life on the street up until very recently. So he's definitely still affected by that experience in life. All right, this should improve my... Okay, my microphone's connected now. It wasn't connected before. You can see even by the way he's standing with his head down, tail tucked a little bit, and the way he's kind of circling me, his mouth's open, he's kind of panting. He's kind of like jumping away from me, that he's definitely a little weird about humans. Which is why I'm giving him quite a lot of freedom. But combined with, like, you know, he does have one boundary. He can't go super far away from me. He can't just leave. Let's go, bud. Let's go. Come on. Good boy. If he wants to say hi, that's totally allowed. Hey, bud. What are we doing? What are we doing? All right. We can go walk. Let's go. I want him to go smell all the smells. I want him to get used to cooperating with me. This is definitely not the time for me to start adding any pressure. At least not by my lights. More so than anything else, this is just a good time for me to walk around and let him do what he's going to do. Just want to start him off right and for him to see me as just a bro. What do you see, bud? And that's also why I'm not going to talk to him the entire time. I might talk, but I want it to just be mindless dribble to him, nothing super meaningful, not clearly directed at him. And once he feels slightly more comfortable being around me and cooperating with me and seeing that, you know, we can go do stuff together and look at things that are interesting. There's a dog barking over there. That's when I'll start to introduce a little bit of negative reinforcement, see if I can get him to play. Play would be super powerful. He's not going to play with me right now, but I'm hoping that he'll be interested in the water. What's that, buddy? What is that? Day one with Jack. He's a good boy. He's going to be a great dog for somebody. He's going to be somebody's family. I get to be all of their family, and I love that. I love my job. I love my job. I love working with these dogs. It makes me happy. Good boy. I had no idea that I was going to be a dog trainer at any point. It was never a thought that entered my head until later. I was an interpreter for 7 years for Swahili, and I did some on the side for Spanish. Good boy. Good job, Jack. All right, let's go. Poor buddy. Oh! Scared him off by just moving. Hey, bud. Look. boy. He's scared. Poor buddy. Oh, yep, he's running off. See, he's very, very skittish. Nope. He's trying to make a run for it. Come on. Come on. It's okay. Hey, bud. chill here. Let him do what he's gonna do. Pros of having a backpack is that you can use it as a pillow. Not the comfiest, but it's still a pillow. No. That's not allowed, buddy. I'm sorry. Oh, look at that. He didn't do that. Must have already had that. But my leash has a little tear in it. I'm gonna have to find money to get a new one. He just wants to chew his leash and get the hell away from me. Poor buddy. I'm being bit by creatures. Not a good place to lay down, apparently. There's definitely some bugs there crawling up my shirt. Now I'm getting bit. Nasty. Look, buddy. There's water. Come on. Come on. Look. See? It's not so bad. It's not so bad. Good boy. Look. Look. No? Alright, he doesn't like that very much. Alright, I'll let him get some leash. I'm not going to let him go around that corner, though, because I can't see what he's doing. He could chew the leash and run off. Yeah, this is, yeah. This is going to be an interesting case. This dog is, yeah, this dog is feral. Let me make sure I'm even using and thinking about the word feral correctly, but do you see the way he moves? Everything about him screams extremely fearful and a little bit feral, because his only instinct here is to just get away from me. That's why he has tried to bite the leash several times. He spit out the treat I tried to give him earlier. I'll see if he takes it now. Not that that means that much, but hey. Hey. No, see, he's too nervous to do anything about it. He doesn't want anything to do with it. Yeah. I will be very pumped when I get this dog to play. Yeah. He did shake it off a little bit there. That's good. I wanted to see, maybe you guys are going to wonder, like, why the hell did you drag him into the water like that? You know, he's fearful to the extent right now that, you know, he's not going to, like, get worse currently if I do something like that. And so there's not really any risk in that case of just kind of experimenting a little bit. I'm just experimenting to see like what his reaction is to things and like what effect different stuff has on him. So sometimes when I've gotten a dog like kind of closer to water, use a little negative reinforcement, kind of show them that it's okay, they'll figure it out and they'll be like, oh, okay, this is nice. Because a lot of times dogs are like, you know, if they've never gone in the water like that, they're kind of freaked out by it. But he didn't ease up at all. So yeah, but let me search the word feral dog. Let me search that up. Domesticated dog that lives in the wild without human dependence, having reverted to a wild state, often informing packs and exhibiting behaviors like fear and wariness of humans, unlike strays, which are unowned but may still rely on human environments. Feral dogs survive and reproduce independently, relying on instincts for hunting, scavenging, and avoiding danger. They can be highly adaptable, but are often fearful and can pose risks like disease transmission to other animals. Key characteristics: behavior: cautious, mistrustful, fearful of humans, may flee from perceived threats, can form packs with complex social structures similar to wolves. Survival: hunt, scavenge for food, including garbage and carrion, and rely on natural instincts for survival. Appearance: often a generalized mongrel, but can resemble breeds like German Shepherds or Huskies after a few generations. Habitat: found in areas near human habitation, forests, or remote locations with food and cover. Feral versus stray versus wild. Feral, descended from domestic dogs but living wild, no human contact, very fearful of people. That's, if I remember correctly, very close to kind of like what his life has been like. Stray, an unknown dog that has lived with humans and may still rely on them for food and shelter. No, he's never lived with a human before, at all. He was born and raised on them streets, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong about that. I need to double check. I'm going to ask and make sure that I'm correct, but that's what I believe. And then what else we got? Wild, a species that has never been domesticated. Yeah, no. Well, he's obviously a domestic dog. Yeah, he doesn't have rabies, mange, parvovirus, or anything like that, from what I understand, because he has been vaccinated. Ecological impact: can compete with native wildlife for food and resources. Potentially hybridize with wild canines like coyotes and wolves. Ecological impact: handling: should be approached with caution as they can be aggressive and cornered despite being fearful. Yeah. Interesting. Poor puppy. Well, we're gonna work it out. So this will be interesting. We'll see what we can do with him. Good boy. But we'll take our time and see how quickly he warms up. He's young, so hopefully that makes a difference. It very often does. Good boy. Good job, man. He's really jumpy around me. It's okay, buddy. So I'll probably only walk around for another 5 minutes or so. Good boy, Jack. And the key here is just going to be, the Flexi's goated for this kind of thing, because it allows me to spend time with him and establish cooperation and start thinking about potentially opening up play without, immediately being in a confrontation with him. over leash pressure and him yanking me around. He can put distance between me and him. Like, I can let him hide, you know, basically. I can let him run from me and go hide up to a pretty good distance. But then he's also always free to come back over to me. I got some bugs on my legs. Yikes. I don't know what I sat in, but they're nasty. What are you listening to? Birds? And so here, the important thing is that I resist the urge to constantly pet him and caress him, because that's not super reinforcing to him right now. He does not want that. That's just going to make him more wary of me. That's the only thing that I can't let him do, is get in the habit of biting the leash. If he does that at all, I'm just going to correct it, but that's it. I won't correct anything else. Everything else is on the table, bud. No biting the leash, though. You can bite me, as long as you don't bite the leash. He could haul off and bite me, and I wouldn't do anything to correct it. Even if he, you know, like straight up bit me, no gloves. I'm not wearing gloves with him because I think that's not going to happen. But like if he did, I would just let him bite me. Do nothing about it. No correction of any kind, no punishment. It's a prediction error, straight up. But what I'm definitely not going to do is let him chew through the leash. But basically anything else is on the table. He can run from me. He can walk away from me. He can go hide. He can walk up to me. He can sit on me. I don't care what he does. He can do this. All of that's fine. That's the approach we're going to take here. Good boy. Come on, man. Come on, man. He's got to be careful with this kind of dog that they don't hide underneath something and then bite through their leash while you can't get to them and then get away from you. That's the kind of thing that this little bugger would do. See, he's fighting me real hard. He does not want to go back in the truck. Okay. All right. All right. It's okay. It's okay, buddy. It's okay, little man. I don't think he bolts out of trucks, but I don't want to find out. Good boy. All right, Jack. Well, y'all, that's going to be fun. Oh, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome.